welcome back to the channel, and we're going to do a little bit of more of politic kind of stuff. I guess it's politics. I think everybody probably knows this, but the members of the Senate of the United States, their term is 6 years. As you know, the president is 4 years, and the House of Representatives is 2 years. Every 2 years, every representative in the House of Representatives has to be reelected or run for election. And in the Senate, it's every 6 years. And the president, of course, is every 4 years. So, I wonder what's wrong with term limits. I think if a senator runs twice, 12 years, that should be adequate, right? It's supposed to be a public service, not a retirement home. And sometimes, as society changes and as everything evolves, maybe it's better to have fresher eyes looking at things. Now, I'm more of a conservative guy, and I believe in the old school way of doing a lot of things. So for me to say that is a little weird because, I'm not necessarily in favor of a lot of the progressive ideas that are out there today. Matter of fact, I'm opposed to many of them, but we'll get into that in a later video. So this one is about term limits. So you got senators running they have a term of 6 years. If they get in twice, that's 12 years. I think that's plenty. That should be the end of their ability to be a senator. Now, they can be House of Representatives, or they could run for president, or they could go back into the private sector, or they could retire, whatever the case may be. Then the House of Representatives are 2 years. I'm not sure what's fair, but I'm thinking maybe 3 terms, maybe 4 would be the max. And then they can't do House of Representatives anymore. They, in turn, could run for senator, president, whatever the case may be, or return to the private sector. Because remember that when they're in there, these are supposed to be the servants of the people. They're not, but they're supposed to be. And that's supposed to be they should have that mindset all the time that they're serving the people. They're not serving themselves. They're serving the people. And that's where things have gone wrong. Because I don't see that a lot. There's a few people out there that seem to be on the right track, but for the most part, they're representing everything but the people. I think they're representing a small community. For example, a lot of times nowadays, what's the transgender issues and such. The amount of the population that's transgender is minuscule. Okay, yeah, they're out there. I'm not going to deny that people exist like that, but I think right now it's more of to change everything to fit the smallest part of the population. I don't think that's right. That's not how it's supposed to work. It's majority rules, right? And do I feel bad for some people that are going through things like that? Maybe they should. Yeah, but you know what? That's been around. Transgenderism and that kind of stuff like that has been around for a long time. Okay, it's not new. It's been around since the way back. I mean, that's one of the reasons that they say the Roman Empire fell back shortly after the AD started, because they got tied up with all kinds of stuff like that. Things that weren't, we'll call them traditional. How's that for a word? And, so eventually what happened was with them is the whole society fell apart. They basically just faded away into history. But back to the matter at hand. So term limits. So I think that's fair. Two terms as senator. It's not supposed to be a career, a lifetime opportunity, and a retirement home. It's supposed to be a public service. And the same thing with House of Representatives. 3 terms, 6 years, or 4 terms, 8 years. That could be decided by us at some point in time in the future. But I think that's plenty, don't you? And that doesn't prevent them from running for public office again. Matter of fact, they could go back to their home states and run for governor or whatever else they want. I don't think we should prevent them from staying in politics. But because they do have knowledge, they've been there, they've done that, and they kind of know some things. So it's a shame to lose that, too, on the other hand. But to be there forever, some of those people out there, they're going to start wheeling them in their coffins to give a proxy vote of some kind or whatever. So you got to get, I think it's better to have some people that are certainly of sound mind. Sound body is not quite as important, I guess, as sound mind. I'm not looking for anybody to be president or a senator or anything that can run a marathon. But I think they got to be sound of mind. They got to be sound of character for the most part. Although, that's kind of that one's hard to handle. But anyway, think about that. What do you think about term limits? Maybe two for senators, 12 years. 3, maybe 4 for House of Representatives, 6 or 8 years. Let me know in the comments if you would, just to give me an idea if anybody's even interested in the topic. But I think that's fair. I think that's reasonable. Instead of having people in there forever that just get reelected, I think people just reelect them because they've been there for so long. Why not keep them in there, right? I mean, that might be the case in a lot of cases, but I think sometimes you got to get some fresh eyeballs on the situation. You ever work on something and you got to walk away for a minute and you come back and all of a sudden you got things look different now. Now you can do it. Think about that. People get in a rut. People get their, they got people controlling them in some ways, financing their campaigns or whatever the case may be. And that's natural, right? If somebody gives you a bunch of money and says, hey, by the way, here's the check, but this thing going on over here, could you kind of vote that way if you can see fit to do so? And which way they're going to vote? Who cares and who knows, right? So it's all corruption, but that's a whole nother thing. People with authentic character aren't going to be concerned with those things. Okay. Oh, my dog is a little excited today. All right. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. Pippi, my dog, says enough's enough already. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave some comments. And if you would, subscribe to the channel. Give me a like if you thought anything was good here. And we'll talk to you the next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.